Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from the Crypto Basic. GMCI unveils the USA Select Index, which tracks US-based cryptocurrencies such as XRP, Sol, and Doge. And you see the list right here. And you see, number 1 is XRP, Solana's number 2, Dogecoin, Cardano, and so on. It's nice to see Stellar Hedera on there as well. But you know, going forward, I think Made in America and even made in the US cryptocurrencies, that whole idea is going to gain a lot of momentum, especially if Trump does away with the capital gains tax on US made cryptocurrencies. I like the direction this is going in. And now they're starting to create a major narrative around that as well. Tesla supplier announces adding Bitcoin and XRP to giant company reserves. So WorkSport Ltd is pleased to announce that it has made its first purchase of Bitcoin and Ripple XRP as part of a newly established crypto treasury strategy. Our business is growing rapidly, revenues are increasing, and margins are improving steadily. We believe our strategic treasury plan is a low-risk hedge against inflation and can potentially benefit from increased regulatory clarity around cryptocurrencies. We take a long-term view on our current Bitcoin and XRP holdings. Companies are starting to realize that crypto is the future, and now they're going to start to hold it on their balance sheets. And they didn't even go through an ETF. Think about that. They're holding actual Bitcoin and XRP. That's why I never seen the ETFs as a good idea, but then I started coming around to it because of regulations in the United States, the lack of regulations. I think once regulations are in place, these companies are just going to be buying crypto. Need to catch up on the news? Here's our top 10 from today. Pump.Fun has been hit with a class action lawsuit accusing it of violating the U.S. securities laws, claiming that all meme coins on the platform are securities. You knew that was coming. They were going to go after Pump.Fun no matter what. Tether integrates USDT into the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Honestly, in my opinion, Tether is just grasping for straws at this point to stay relevant. One I want to point out is this right here. The Czech National Bank approves proposal to assess expanding its reserves to new asset classes. Now, before they were talking about Bitcoin. Then they talked to ECB President Christine Lagarde, and that all shifted. Now they're talking about digital assets instead. And a lot of people have been talking about the missing ledgers on the XRP ledger. David Schwartz finally clears this up. So why this endless concern in the community over the missing ledgers if all previous accounts are accounted for in 32570? Because people like to throw jello at the wall to see what will stick. And why didn't you just start over? The actual reason we didn't start over is that there was no reason to. We had no idea that Ledger Stream would become the Ledger Stream until much later, and our criteria for doing so wasn't met. At the time, we just assumed the issue would become academic at the next Ledger reset. Then there wasn't one. But had we done so, it would just have meant more history would have been lost, since even history after 32570 would have been lost. and there's more information than just balances in 32570. So the missing ledgers are no longer missing. They're actually accounted for in 32570. It's nice to see David Schwartz clear that up, because this was being used as FUD over the past week. And everywhere you looked, you've seen this. So now it's no longer FUD. Remember at one point, everybody was talking about XRP being pegged to 1 ounce of gold? Think about it like this. I see RLUSD being backed by gold and being moved by XRP. That's what I see coming. I even talked about this in a video recently. I said RLUSD could possibly become that new US Treasury dollar that's showing up on the debt clock. But there's no reason to back XRP by gold. Think bigger. XRP can move anything of value. It can move tokenized gold, tokenized diamonds, tokenized gold anywhere around the world in a matter of seconds for almost free. The price of XRP is going to be higher than the price of 1 ounce of gold. All those trillions of dollars will pump XRP to $50,000. This is all we need, XRP holders. He might be right. If scam meme coins can turn you $100 into a few million, why would not XRP be able to pull this off? So think about it. What if Jimmy Valley is right? What if we will see a $50,000 XRP at some point in the future? Take a listen to this.
Global tax deals happening. We got global deals on principles for how they're going to, interact among each other with central bank digital currencies. And people really believe they couldn't come up with a price set for XRP. That's like not even hard to think
There's
about.
no logic there. It doesn't make sense.
If they do that, we believe the value would be higher than it was in September and October of 2021 when we were throwing out 25,000, 37.5 a coin.
So it would be a higher price than the previous prediction.
Probably in the 50,000 now, I would think. We haven't brought the numbers down, but I'm just thinking about all the additional trillions of dollars that got pumped in to the economy.
The debt.
So they're talking about paying off the global debt, not just the US debt. He was always talking about paying off the global debt. Then they also looked at derivatives. And even back then, when this video was made, there was not a lot of talk about tokenization yet. That started gaining momentum later. So is he right, or could he be right? I always said it's the what ifs that keep me holding XRP. What if it does become a world's reserve currency? I already see it as the world's bridge currency. But what if XRP was being utilized and all of the XRP is locked away? So the XRP you're holding right now is all the XRP you will ever be able to accumulate unless someone else sells some XRP on an exchange. Think about it like that. What if scarcity reaches those levels in the future? That's how I would see XRP getting to those price points. But he also factored in year over year value. In other words, every single year value grows. It doesn't decrease, it only increases. So every year the price of XRP would have to increase as well. But they always said that was going to happen at some point in 2030. I think it happens before then. I think the flip of the switch moment is going to happen way sooner than 2030. I think we will have continued upward momentum on the price of XRP over the coming years. But I think we're going to see a major surge up. And that's going to be the surge that shakes out a lot of the weak hands. It could even shake out some of the biggest XRP holders. What if they pushed the price to, say, 3 digits overnight? A lot of people would quickly sell their XRP. But then maybe they push it from $100 to $300, and it shakes out even more people. Then they push it to $500, and more people are gone. Only a fraction of the XRP holders are really going to get wealthy. A lot will get rich, but a handful will get wealthy. They will get generational wealth. That's what I see happening. Now, there's a lot of talk about Brad when he met with Trump at that dinner, that it's just dinner. Nothing came out of that conversation. But Brad already told you what they talked about. Take a listen to this.
Start by just saying I have spoken directly with the president on some of these things, and it's very clear to me that the president is committed. He understands the value of these technologies. He wants to be the crypto president of the United States. And I think, one of their clear priorities is to undo some of the harmful things the prior administration was doing. You've already seen the kind of rescinding of what's called SAB 121, which is about banks being able to custody crypto. That's a very big deal. I think the momentum, is already there in week one, and I'm optimistic about what we're going to see ahead. On the strategic reserve question specifically, look, I mean, there's almost two questions to think about. One, does it make sense for the U.S. to have a strategic reserve around crypto? And I think that I'm going to leave to the politicians and our elected officials to make a decision on. If we want to maximize the likelihood of that, I think we want to have as much support for that. And by the way, this idea that somehow I was campaigning against a strategic reserve of crypto or even Bitcoin alone is just false. It's just patently false.
Mm-hmm. So he's telling you that Ripple and Donald Trump talked about a strategic reserve. He also talked about how the U.S. is going to diversify when it comes to that reserve. It's not just going to be XRP. I think a lot of these US-made cryptocurrencies are going to be part of that reserve. I don't think the US government is going to go out and buy more Bitcoin. I also don't think they're going to sell the Bitcoin that they already hold. And if you look at it in the right way, XRP can fix the US dollar. I'm sure they talked to Donald Trump about how the US dollar can be moved around the world utilizing XRP very fast, very cheap, and very securely. And Trump probably likes the idea of that, because anything that strengthens the US dollar, he's going to be on board with. But they did talk at that dinner. It wasn't just dinner and no talking. That didn't make sense to begin with, but that's the narrative people are starting to try to shill out there on X. They're trying to use it like FUD. XRP, $20 plus first target. Just ask David. XRP, the reserve. So remember when David Schwartz was talking about how XRP gets to different price points. So the abridged model is this. Now this was back in 2017. Ripple gets banks to use its payment technology. Banks integrate Ripple's payment system into their system. This helps to eliminate all the technical obstacles to banks routing payments through a cryptocurrency, regulatory compliance, business rules, integration effort, etc. Banks use the system to clear payments with each other, probably using mostly interledger protocol. And we already see in Bank of America, those patents they have, it shows RippleNet technology and interledger protocol. Ripple tries to make XRP the premium connector by targeting inefficient corridors. So they want to show them how great XRP works inside these inefficient corridors. This way, when they see that, they're going to want to utilize it in all corridors. It's like the secret sauce. RippleNet is great, but it's still better to use XRP because it becomes even faster and even cheaper utilizing XRP. If XRP can efficiently bridge X percentage of payments between banks that use Ripple, it will. This will increase the demand for XRP as connectors need XRP to buy the destination currency for their trades. If XRP is cheap to trade with other currencies, people who don't know what currency they'll need next may hold XRP. If XRP is cheap to trade with other currencies, people who are willing to buy any currency then can cheaply may hold XRP. This can lead to a cycle of increasing demand. Ripple may or may not succeed. Ripple's strategy may change, but that's Ripple's plan in summary. Now, fast forward to 2025. We see Ripple already signed a lot of new partners. Even partners of Ripple utilizing the technology have expanded and they grew all around the world. Now there's so many rails in place compared to where we were back in 2017. Ripple already succeeded. We are just waiting for XRP to go live on all those rails. Now, when XRP does go live on those rails, I don't expect us to go to $10,000 overnight. I think what we're going to see is a surge in price. All of a sudden, we'll see XRP achieve maybe $80 to $100. And like I said, it'll shake out weak hands. And it'll continue to surge. Then it'll get to $300. And it'll shake out the weak hands. And so on. Gradual upward movement with price surges as more and more banks go live utilizing RippleNet and XRP. That's how I foresee the flip of the switch moment. And a lot of people always said, well, that's never going to happen because you can't onboard all these banks. They won't agree to go live with RippleNet. They don't need to agree. Like Chris Larson said, it'll be a network effect because once one bank gets the upper hand on the competition, every other bank will have to be on board. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.